Hello and welcome back. Well, today we're going to do a bit of adventuring and hopefully opening up a new trail. There's an area of the property we don't really get into much, and I'd like to try and open it up for an area for reaching bushwalking and some camping areas. So let me show you the kind of general location and what I'm thinking. So we normally come in on this trail, you can see, and it's on the top of a ridge that leads down into a steep creek ravine, which is a great place to try and reach, and we use that trail a lot. And the creek bends around and goes up into the distance straight ahead. But to the left, there's also another ridge up this way, and I'm hoping to clear a trail that will head in that direction up to the south. So let's have a closer look. What I'd like to do is open up this trail going up over this ridge that you see in front of me. Either side it slopes down quite steeply, but the top of the ridge is flat and quite walkable, and it should be possible to get a trail through. I'll have to take down a few trees, as few as possible, but probably first I'll take out this little broken one. So anywhere that I can fit the Nissan Patrol through can fit any other vehicle. So we'll see how we go. I'll probably speed up a lot of the footage not to bore you. A lot of it will be just clearing branches and limbs and rocks from the trail, try and even it out. But for the most, I might have to do a bit of chainsawing on some of the larger parts. I think there are a few areas of the trail that are quite blocked, but we'll see how we go. My first milestone marker is an old fence post. It may take me all day just to get that far. I'm prepared if I need to camp overnight. I just want to get in as far as I can, and then from there we'll just see how far we can proceed the trail into the bush. That was our first clearing. Now I'm just going to drive in a little bit and then get up to a point where I need to, I think, clear some stones and branches out of the way. Once it gets to the top rise here, then it should be a lot better. So I'll just clear some rocks now. So I've cleared as much as I can, but this approach is quite rocky to start with. I've just put a marker, this rock pile in front of here. I want to go around that and then up to the clearing spot further up. But this first bit is going to be a little rocky. So here I need to work out which is the best way through. But there's a few scrubby things here. I can fit between there quite well. Let me just look ahead a bit. think what I might do is actually reverse back a bit and go over to your right, because that's where the game trail seems to be, where the animals are following a path, and it's quite flat and open. Sometimes it's easiest to follow where the animals go. They like the path of least resistance. There should be a gap I can get through the tree. So that was easier. A few logs here to clear, but don't need to cut anything down. So I'm just going to move up and down here and clear it out. I just wanted to give you an impression of how steep each side of this ridge is. So there's where the vehicle is on top. Down this side you can see it really falls away into this gully, a creek feeder into the main creek. And then on the other side, again it really falls away down into the main creek that I showed you at the start. So there's a lot to explore. It's just a matter of making our way through the top of this ridge. So it's pretty clear further up now. I've just used some branches to mark off where some embedded rocks are in the ground so I can straddle them with the wheels. But we should be able to go a fair way now, so let's give it a try. I'll just move these few twigs and sticks and I'll have a look up a bit further, see how we're going. I won't bore you with all the details, but that's the general gist of it, sort of clearing the trail as I go. So I'll let you know when we get closer to old fence posts. We've made some pretty good progress up ahead, clearing out a lot of the way, but again I've decided to go on this side of this tree rather than try and squeeze through here. There's more space on that side, so I'm going to back it up a bit and then we'll progress up as far as we can to the next stop. So you can see ahead just through there is our first milestone, which is the old fence post. And I can't really squeeze through here, so I think I need to take this tree down. It's the only other one I've had to take down so far. But that'll make it a lot easier to get through this passageway, so we'll do that. Well, as you can see, we made it to the old fence post, but now I've got quite a tangle behind me to get through. It's actually some branches off this tall tree that's leaning. It's not actually leaning on the branches, but it's a lot of it on the ground, and behind that is actually another part of a tree that I need to clear as well, so this will be quite a lot of chainsaw action to clear out. Well, after all that, the way forward is cleared, but that's pretty hot, tiring work, so time for a coffee break. Well, I thought I would make this a bit of a lunch break as well. So as you saw at the beginning of the video, I've dedicated this to Nagualero, who unfortunately passed away in January this year, 2022. I'll explain a bit more when I get to the end of this, but yeah, I just wanted to commemorate his videos, his channel. I'll put a link up in the corner. Please go and check them out, they're fantastic. Anyway, my aim here is to get as far along this trail as I can. It's taken about 4 hours to get to the milestone post, the old fence post here. And I've probably come about 1.5 kilometers, maybe 2. Certainly seems like it anyway. But yeah, I want to get up to an area up the rise, so we'll see how far we can get. If It might be possible that I finish it today. Depends on how the terrain goes and if I can actually get further up here. But for now, I'm just going to have a little rest and recoup, have some lunch and a coffee break. So I'll catch up with you shortly. Shout out to Chris Bamman, by the way. Well, I've just spent a bit of time after lunch clearing the trail ahead. We've got a fair clear way now which we can drive up and have a look. Don't know if you can really tell on the video, but the land rises about 50 metres, 75 metres perhaps, and then it seems to go up the ridge, so I'm not sure how far I'll really get after that. But we'll drive along and see how we go. Might be close to as far as I can get reasonably, because again I just want an area that could be a campground, a place to come and start going bushwalking from, a place that I can turn the vehicle around. So I'm just going to clear this in front of me here and get over that next little rise and see if that'll do, or if we can go any further than that. Well, I think that's going to be as far as I can really get. Just over this next little rise is a log, and then beyond that it's very steep. So it makes no sense to get a vehicle up past that point. But there is room to turn, and there is a little spot just off to the right of screen where you could pitch a tent and camp out or have a nice picnic. Lots of beautiful country to bushwalk. Let's drive up there and see how it looks. This game trail goes straight up the hill here, but I decided to do one more little clearing where we can pull in to the right. It's reasonably level. So I'm just going to back up a bit so you've got a bit of perspective as we drive back in. But that's probably going to be it. think that's going to be it. Not a bad spot to put the car. I can reverse it and go down again. Lead straight down the gully, as you can see here. Probably a bit hard to get an idea of the slope on camera, but I'm standing straight, so it anyway, time to find a nice shady tree and relax for a bit. Well, I think this is going to be it, folks. Can't get the vehicle any higher up the ridge, but probably about 4 kilometres of trail opened, which is pretty decent. It's now mid-afternoon, about 3, and I'm pretty happy with that. I was prepared to go for as long as it took. If the trail kept going, I was going to keep going, but it makes no sense to push it past this point. So yeah, I was prepared to camp out if I had to and keep going in the morning, but this is going to be it. Haven't thought of a name for this trail yet. I'll have to ask my friends that come and visit to perhaps give it a name. At the moment I might just call it a South Ridge Trail. Perhaps the Nagualero Trail. So, as I mentioned before, I wanted to dedicate this video to Nagualero, his channel. It was really inspiring to watch his videos exploring around in Scandinavia. I think he was Spanish, but yeah, he was living in Scandinavia. He inspired me to get back out into nature and do some art. I've done a few sketch paintings. Again, I'll put a link up in the corner so you can have a look at those if you're interested. So, Rick, wherever you are now, this one's for you. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for watching this video and watching me clear this trail. I'll do a gentle drive out so you can see what the trail looks like now, and hopefully we'll come and explore this and spend time here with family and explore this new area of the land. Thanks again, everyone. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers.